Good morning, you guys. It is Tuesday morning here, and it's a little bit hectic. I had originally planned on not leaving the house today, but some plans changed, and now I have an oil change at 11, about 30 minutes away from our house. So I need to get some things done. We are lucky in the fact that the place that we get our oil changed is like right next to Michael's work. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pack up some school stuff that the kids need to finish, and I'm gonna pack some lunches, and then they have like a workroom upstairs, and the kids are just gonna do their school and we'll eat lunch up there. So I'm gonna hop into the kitchen really quick and get some lunches made so that we can take them with us, and then I'm gonna also bring lunch for Michael. Hopefully I'll have enough time to put some dinner in the crock pot. We're gonna do chicken quesadillas tonight. If worst case scenario, if I don't have enough time, I'll just instant pot it when we get back home. But now that like it's like fall and the weather's changing, it is like so nice to have a dinner going in the crock pot all day. So I'm hoping I have time to put that in the crock pot. So I'm gonna quit rambling because I'm really short on time, and I'm gonna head into the kitchen and I'll see you guys in there. All right, guys, I took a few minutes and put some lunches together for the kids and Michael. This one here is for Michael. It's just some tuna. These are pickled eggs, and then some pickled cherry tomatoes from the garden. Some Ritz crackers. I wasn't sure if he wanted these, but I also cut up some bell pepper so he can dip in his tuna. And then some chili lime almonds and banana. Barrett's really excited for his lunch. His is kind of funny looking, but some leftover mac and cheese from yesterday's lunch. He also wanted some dino nuggets, and these are fully cooked even though they're still frozen right now, so I can just pop them in the microwave at Michael's work and it's completely fine. Not my preferred way to prepare chicken nuggets, but that's okay. And then last night we had corn for dinner, and this is what was left over of Barrett's second piece, so he wanted to pack that for today. He has some strawberries and cucumbers. And then Oakley is just having some leftover pasta from last night. This is just ground beef, red sauce, strawberries, and then some cucumbers and carrots. All right, guys, so I have a few extra minutes, and I'm going to get our dinner in the crock pot. This right here is just some chicken thighs that I actually bought last week and separated them and put them in the freezer. They're still a tad bit frozen, but they'll be fine. I'm going to keep the seasoning on these pretty simple. I'm going to use paprika, cumin, some chicken bouillon, and some wood-fired garlic seasoning. I'm going to add half an onion chopped, some frozen green chilies, and 2 small jalapenos from the garden. And that's it for dinner. I'm just gonna plop the lid on, and I'm gonna cook this on low for 8 hours. All right, guys, so lunches are packed, dinner's in the crock pot. I have a few minutes to spare. I'm gonna get some things collected for the kids to do while we're at Michael's work. I think that I'm gonna pack some math and some books for copy work for their science that we read this morning. But yeah, I'm going to load everybody up in the car, drive into town, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later this afternoon. Okay guys, so it's much later in the afternoon. We are finally finished with school. Today was kind of a rough school day. I know that you guys have been asking like how homeschool's going this year. It's going good. Barrett's really trying to get used to having to sit down for more seat work, and that's really hard for him. He's a very busy kid. So it's a struggle for him to sit at the table for a long time, so we kind of have to split his work up. So he's struggling with that. Oakley's doing really well. I think she kind of likes having the extra work. She's learning cursive this year, which she's really excited about. And her handwriting has gotten so good. I'll have to show you guys a little paper that she drew today. She copied some information out of a book about what we learned in science today, about the forest floor. And her handwriting is so good. Like my handwriting wasn't that good when I was in 3rd grade. So she's doing really good. I think I'm struggling a little bit more this year, just trying to get into a routine. This year's a lot more busy than we've ever been, and I keep saying that, and I keep thinking I can't get any more busy, and we do. So we have jiu-jitsu and homeschool group and just everyday life and trying to get a good routine down, but we're doing it. It's going good. I think we're on week 4 this week, so we're just kind of chugging along and doing good. But the kids are outside. They were kind of over school today. It dragged on, and it's nice outside. It's sunny, but it's not too hot, which is nice. The kids can actually last longer outside because we don't have a lot of shade in our backyard. But anyways, I'm gonna quit rambling. I got on here to say something, but I already forgot. But I was gonna sit down for a minute and work on my grocery list, and then I remembered that I need to make the tortillas for our quesadillas tonight. I've talked about before how one of my goals this year was to make all of the baked items that our family would normally eat. And even though tortillas are not baked, I still have been making them, and they're so good. I will never buy store-bought tortillas ever again. We've eaten them 2 times this year, and that was when we went camping because fresh bread wouldn't last for our camping trips, and I forgot how not good they are. So we've all been spoiled with all this fresh baked goodies. So I'm gonna hop in the kitchen. I'm gonna get those made. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. It's super simple. I think it's 4 ingredients. It's a little time consuming because you do have to fry each tortilla, but it's totally worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in the kitchen and I'll show you guys how to put those together. Okay guys, this recipe comes together really quick. The first step is you're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour to a bowl, 3 tablespoons of melted lard. I'm going to add some seasoning. I'm going to use the blend, which is salt, pepper, and garlic. I've also made this recipe with fresh roasted garlic, and that's super good too, but I just didn't have the time to do that today. So I'm going to add some of this. You're going to mix all your ingredients together. 3/4 cup hot water, and mix again. So once all the ingredients are mixed together, you're actually gonna dump it on your work surface, and you're just gonna knead it for about 2 to 3 minutes until everything comes together really well. So once you're done kneading and you have your dough ball formed, you're just going to get some plastic wrap and cover it for 30 minutes. Okay guys, 30 minutes is up. Our dough is ready. I'm just gonna put it on my work surface here that has a light dusting of flour. And then, here, let me move this so you guys can see a little better. And then I just take a dough scraper and I split it into 8 pieces. And I'm never too worried about them being exactly the same size. I can normally eyeball it pretty well, but sometimes I do end up with a really tiny one. Okay, so you're gonna set off all the pieces off to the side. You're gonna flour your work surface again. You're gonna take your dough ball. Well, you're gonna take your dough and form it into a ball like this. And then you're just gonna roll it out.
Can I do that one when you're done?
Yeah, you wanna do the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I finished rolling out the tortilla, and it's kind of hard, but I wanted to show you how thin you get it. You get it pretty thin. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you guys over to the stove and we're gonna fry this up. Okay, so when it's time to fry your tortillas, you're just gonna set it on a hot cast iron pan. I have mine on medium high, and then it's very important to pay close attention to this because they can burn super fast. I've made that mistake a million times. So I know to flip it once it starts getting really bubbly. We'll flip it over and then cook it for a few seconds on the other side. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but there's bubbles starting to form, and that's when I flip it over, and then I just cook it for about 30 seconds more. All right, guys, here they are. All the tortillas are done. Like I said, it's a super simple, easy recipe. It's just a little time consuming, but totally worth it. Let me know if you guys try it out. Okay, so I'm sitting out in the front yard. I'm on the porch and the kids are riding their bikes. I'm going to sit down and hopefully edit the video for today. It honestly doesn't take me too long to edit a video just because I don't do anything super fancy. I just use my phone. So hopefully I'll have that done. I can post that either tomorrow morning or Thursday morning. And then as far as the rest of the evening goes, I don't think I'm going to film too much more since our dinner's kind of simple. I'll probably take a few clips of how it turned out and just a few more clips from the evening. But I think I'm going to end the video for here tonight. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tagging along, and we'll catch you on the next one.